to another D3 plus 1 battle report. This time it is 1500 points of new Space Marines against old newish Eldar. And like we said at the end of the last report, we're going to bring the points down a bit in order to run some funny lists. Well, at least one of us ran a uncompetitive funny list. I mean, not sure about the other one. Anyway, I'm being led by a bog standard chapter master. He has Artificer armor. He also has the Shield Eternal relic and the Burning Blade relic. I know there's a bit of argument going on the internet right now about whether a chapter master can take more than one relic from the relic list, and this is only an issue now, even though it's the same wording as the Chaos and Dark Angel one.
And Eldar.
And Eldar one, because there's actually 2 relics worth taking for a change. The relic bit in the armory says a model may swap 1 weapon for 1 relic. The chapter master entry says he can take multiple relics, and he has 2 things that can be swapped, so I don't see that there's an issue. This is the way we're going to play it until such time an errata corrects us. That was a lot. I had to get out of the way though. Also, he's being accompanied by 5 Honour Guard. They are equipped as you see. The chapter champion, which I've painted since last time, is equipped with the Thunder Hammer, and they brought a Rhino as well. Troops. 5 scouts. They actually all have sniper rifles and camel cloaks. 10-man tactical, missile launcher and flamer, which are no longer free, so they're actually more expensive than they used to be. And then to the silly part, I brought 3 dreadnoughts. They're not together, obviously, they're 3 separate elite choices. Dreadnought number 1, 2 twin-linked autocannons, that's it. Dreadnought number 2, Ironclad, no upgrades, so it's a normal fist and seismic hammer and a melt and a stormbolter, I think. Then another old dreadnought I painted years ago that I brought out of storage to use. Twin-linked last cannon, missile launcher. That's the other theme of this list, twin-linked missiles and last cannons. 1 squad of 3 Centurion Devastators, twin-linked last cannons, missile launchers, and the sergeant in the middle there has an omniscope. And then Thunderfire cannon, because it's cheap and good now. And then bog standard Aegis with nothing at all.
Okay, here we have 1500 points of Eldar, being led by a Farseer, who has Singing Spear. He also has Runes of Witnessing. Rolled his psychic powers, so we've got Prescience, Foreboding, and Doom. We have a squad of 10 Guardian Defenders. They have a Star Cannon weapons platform. They have a Warlock in there who has a Singing Spear, and he has the Conceal Reveal psychic power. There are 2 squads of 3 Guardian jet bikes, not Wind Rider jet bikes. They both have a shuriken cannon in each squad. There is a Fire Prism, which is just stock but with hollow fields. A Wraith Knight, most expensive option, Sun Cannon, Scatter Laser, Scatter Shield. 3 Wall Walkers. This is where things get a little bit embarrassing because they're all armed with Bright Lances. So that's 6 Bright Lances there. We have 5 Fire Dragons and a Fire Dragon Exarch. The Exarch has Fast Shot, and they're coming in the Wave Serpent, which has Twin Link Scatter Lasers, Shuriken Cannon, and Hollow Fields. And something slightly different, I put the Wraith Blades in there this time rather than D-Scythe Wraith Guard. So they are the Axe and Shield version, so Ghost Axe and Force Shield.
And here we are at deployment. We got Hammer and Anvil for deployment type. We got the Scouring for the mission. We should point out neither of us have any fast attack, but we decided to play it anyway because it's random point objectives, and that might make a difference in what would otherwise be a massively one-sided battle.
Night Fighting's in.
Night Fighting is in, and also we rolled for a Warlord trace. I got Champion of Humanity, which means if my Warlord kills his Warlord in a challenge, I get D3 victory points. It's not going to happen, so it doesn't matter.
And I have Seer the Shifting Vector, which means that if somebody wants to deep strike within 6 inches of my Warlord, they don't scatter.
So we're going to undo the bits of scrap here. Oh, also I combat squadded my tactical squad. Half is there, half is there. And you always insist on really scrunching them up.
Scrunchy, scrunchy.
Okay, I've got the 3.1 here with my tactical squads. They're holding that.
There's a 3.1 here next to the Guardians.
Okay, it's going to come down to who has the 4.1 really, and it's... it's me! I have the 4.1. No one is claiming it. And that'll be... This will probably be the 1 or a 2 then.
We've got 2 points in the crater.
2 points in the crater at the back, and another 2 over here
So
by
that
the
means
Wraith
this is
Knight.
the 1, yes?
Yeah.
There isn't even anything... Oh, there it is. Okay, so I've got the 1, the 4, and the 3. Only the 3 is currently being...
And then 2 and 2 and 3.
Okay, we'll be back with turn 1 then. Oh wait, unless you want to steal initiative.
This is the point of stealing initiative, and I will attempt to do so.
Night Fighting, is it in?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
what's
Night
that?
Fighting. Night Fighting is in, I already said that. Nope.
Fail.
Space Marines turn 1.
Okay, end of the first Space Marine turn. Some interesting things happened. I moved up this dreadnought that was in the crater. He fired his missile and last cannon at the Fire Prism. He He got a 1 on the damage table, so it's firing snapshots next turn, and it took off 8 hull point.
The one was with the missile launcher.
Yeah, it was with the missile launcher.
No
yeah.
AP.
No AP, yeah. The Ironclad moved up and ran into the cover there. The Rhino moved up and popped smoke. This Dreadnought did absolutely nothing because it can't see anything thanks to night fighting and positioning. 2 of the Centurions fired at the Guardians just for, because it's the only thing they could see. I don't think they did anything.
No, I made my cover saves for them.
Because of night fighting, etc. The Scouts fired at 1 Guardian they could see and killed it. Oh no, you saved it, didn't you?
Yes.
And then the missile launcher under here also fired and...
No, I didn't save against that one. They
Okay.
took a pinning test and passed it.
The only thing that really happened that was to my advantage, the Thunderfire cannon, no longer needing line of sight, blasted there. I got 4 direct hits for every single shot. I dealt 20 wounds. However, I forgot to say before firing which shot I was firing. Obviously, if I'd said I was firing ignore cover, I would have wiped them out probably.
Most likely.
To be fair, even though I'm facing a massively tailored army,
It's not tailored!
I rolled a dice to decide to decide which shot I'd be firing, and it wasn't the ignore cover one. So massive cover saves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, some were already dead, but
Couple
about
were dead, yeah.
5 or 6.
They passed morale.
They passed morale. They are pinned.
Killed
No, they
7.
Well, no,
ground.
they went to ground, so it's essentially the same thing.
Killed 7 though.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better. And that was it. That was my first turn. I forgot to say I used up my tactical doctrine.
Okay, end of Eldar Turn 1. My Farseer managed the perils while trying to put prescience on the walkers, so I expended a warp charge using the Ghost Helm, and he put foreboding on himself. The Warlock managed to get conceal off on his unit with the Guardians there, who were stuck there having gone to ground. They actually tried to fire snapshots with the weapons platform at the Rhino, but failed to get a penetrate. Managed to get 1 hit though. The Wraith Blades and Farseer moved up and ran up here, up towards the centre of the board. The Wraith Knight jumped up and over the top of the ruin here and shot into this Dreadnought here. Unfortunately, I didn't get any penetrating hits through there. Because it had been stunned or whatever it is, shaken, the Fire Prism tried to fire a snapshot at the same Dreadnought over there, but I failed to hit with that.
Yay!
The 3 Wall Walkers made a battle focus shoot run move from over here. Only one of them was able to see the Rhino, shot at it. You got your cover save. It was the cover save that saved
Good cover from
Yes.
line of sight, and I popped smoke. You did want to fire at the Centurions, but they were out of range for...
So shot and then moved over here into this nice line here. The Wave Serpent with its payload shot upside of the board here, turbo boosted, etc. So no shooting from there, but long movement. That was it. Not very much happened.
End of Space Marine turn 2, in which I have become a jammy git, because luck has been well and truly on my side, thankfully. So, because of lack of anything else to do, I'm not going to sit and waste my time firing at a 2+ cover Wave Serpent. I'll just kill what comes out of it next turn. Everything down this end pretty much, the Centurions, this Dreadnought, Snipers, all fired at the Wraith Knight, and I've half killed it, so it's down to 3 wounds remaining. The Thunderfire Cannon, this is where the luck was. I fired the Strength 6 on the Farseer there. My plan was to kill some of the Wraith, what are they called? Wraith Blades before the Ironclad charged to make it a bit easier on him.
Yes.
I got 3 out of 4 hits this time.
3 out of 4 direct hits.
Yep, so it was 2 wounds each because it only covered 2. Did 6, and because the Farseer was in the blast...
There was only one Lookout Sir that...
He failed 1 Lookout Sir. He took the wound because he failed his invulnerable save. And then we realised I fired the Strength 6, he's toughness 3, he's insta-killed. That was not my plan, it was totally by accident.
The worst thing is that they had foreboding, so he'd have been throwing his Armour Bane Singing Spear for Overwatch at your
When the
charging
Ironclad charged in,
coming
he would have been getting that thrown at him, but thankfully he didn't. So in combat I managed to kill one of the, I've forgotten what they're called already, Wraith Blades. And took no hits back because they're only being able to glance on 6s because he's an Ironclad and he isn't immobilised.
And they're fearless, so
they're stuck. I think that was it. Oh no. We had a little discussion about whether it's possible. It seems like it is. From the fire point in the Rhino, because it didn't move, the Chapter Master used orbital bombardment. That means he can't move at all, he can only fire that. I put it over here, hoping that if it scattered it would hit something because it always fully scatters. Did 3 wounds or 2 wounds on the Guardians, and then only the gun took it.
Yeah, it was the cover saves.
Yeah, the good cover saves, it doesn't have ignore cover.
The
It really
gun
should.
went down.
So the gun is down, so it's just 2 Guardians. Did they do morale for losing 1 of 4 in that turn?
Yeah, they did, I think.
Did they? Cameraman, confirm, deny?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I can't remember you doing it either.
1, 2, 3 he does, 4, 5, 6 he doesn't.
That's fine.
They pass.
Either way, definite pass. Okay, that's it.
Okay, end of Eldar Turn 2. Neither bikes came in from reserve. The only psychic power to roll for was Conceal, which I managed to get from my Warlock and 2 Guardians. Okay, so the Wraith Knight basically... yes, he charged on into the back of the Dreadnought to pull the Wraith Blades out of combat.
Had you not have gotten a very lucky immobilized with your Hammer of Wrath, he wouldn't have taken it.
Well, they roll strength 10 hits base, so before you even roll, like they're all going to be glances, so he would have gone down.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, so the Dreadnought went down, the Wraith Knight consolidated over there, and the Wraith Blades consolidated 1 whole inch. Fire Prism tried to fire a large blast to get as many wounds down as possible in the backfield there, but cover and armor saves and whatnot abound meant that everybody was fine. The Warwalkers shot into the Rhino that was here. So 6 Bright Lance shots is a bit overkill for a Rhino, but nonetheless exploded it. They passed pinning, and I didn't do any wounds to any of the guys that popped out. The Wave Serpent moved up here. Rhinos. Fire Dragons jumped out and shot into the Chapter Master. Is he? Chapter Master and his Honor Guard, and I managed to take out
2 Honor Guard and 1 wound on him.
Yeah, 2 and 1 on him. Which, if he didn't have his shield, would have been instant death. So there's a.
If he didn't have his shield, I would have looked outside.
No, you did look outside, I remember.
No?
No, he took it on him.
Oh, did you just take it on him?
Took it like a man.
And I think that was about.
Well, your Wave Serpent fired at the Rhino prior.
Oh, the Wave Serpent fired at it as well to try to. No, I think I got a whole point on it.
Oh, you might. Yeah, but I mean, it didn't blow up or wreck it or anything.
Yeah, so that was about it.
End of Space Marine turn 3. This is going to be really quick because I had an appalling turn. Everything shot at the Fire Dragons, and as you'll see, only 3 of them are dead. I rolled so many 1s and 2s and rubbish, so that's pretty much all I did.
I did roll well for the saves that they could make.
Yep, that was it. I wasted a whole army doing nothing, and they didn't break, so they're still there.
Okay, here we are at end of Eldar Turn 3. The 1 squad of jet bikes came in from reserve, and they just came up over here. Fire Prism moved up a bit, tried to shoot at the Dreadnought over there, but unfortunately I didn't get anything there. The Guardians stayed put over here. The Wraith Blades, freed from combat, moved and ran up a bit. They tried to charge into the Chapter Master, but I failed my charge distance. The 3 Walkers over here shot into the Chapter Master and his Honor Guard, and they were the ones that took out 2, I believe.
Yes.
The Fire Dragons did a shoot-run move, managing to take out 1 of them and pulling back a bit here. Wave Serpent fired its Scatter Laser and its Serpent Shield into the Scouts up there. I managed to take out 3 of them. The Scouts passed their pinning check but failed their leadership and moved off down there.
Yep.
The Wraith Knight charged into the Dreadnought that was here, punched it to death, it exploded, didn't do any wounds anywhere else.
There's no crater because we can't fit it in.
There's no way to fit a crater into there. I couldn't really consolidate into there either, so I just consolidated my 2 inches just there. And I think that was everything. Yeah, that was it. So stay tuned for turn 4.
Okay, end of Space Marine turn 4, again a pretty ineffective turn. This Dreadnought fired at the Fire Prism because they apparently have some kind of duel going on. Didn't manage to do anything to it. The Centurions fired at the Walkers, they managed to take out 1 of them.
Yep.
The Thunderfire fired at the
Wraith
Blades, didn't do anything to them. The Tactical Marines that could see fired at the Fire Dragons and did nothing. The Scouts fired at the Wraith Knight and did nothing. And that was it, apart from my Chapter Master charging the Wraith Knight. They had a little bit of a scuffle. I dealt 1 wound.
Yep.
He didn't do anything back, and neither of us managed to blind each other with our special moves. I also didn't take a wound from the Burning Blade.
There was a lot of blinding going on there.
Yeah.
Because of my blind and his blind and...
Yeah, but look, I'm hitting his knee, so his adventuring days are over.
Okay, end of Eldar Turn 4, the second squad of Windrider jet bikes came in. They're sitting at the back here. We've got Psychic Powers, Conceal on the squad there. I'm surprised he hasn't killed himself actually. But anyway, the Fire Prism continued the vendetta with the Dreadnought over there. Didn't hit, so yeah.
Trust the badly painted one that I painted years ago to survive.
The Wraith Blades continued marching on down here, moved and ran. The Fire Dragons did a run-shoot move and shot at Centurions, and I took one out. The Walkers shot at... I can't remember the Walkers shot at. Was it the
Cannons?
No, I
Centurions.
think it was Centurions and they didn't do anything.
Fail,
Yeah.
Walker shot the Centurions, didn't get anywhere there. The Wave Serpent shot its Scatter
Cannon.
Laser and its Serpent Shield at the Thunderfire Cannon, took that out. Combat was the only other thing left. So
I dealt 1 wound to you.
Chapter Master dealt a wound to the Wraith Knight. The Wraith Knight didn't return the fate. Well, he wounded, but obviously made his saves, etc. When we say like didn't wound, we mean like didn't have a failed wound, an unsaved wound. But with all the blind going on, both the Wraith Knight and the Chapter Master are both blinded for the next
the
turn.
burning blade causes blind. Burning blade causes blind. It's hard to say. And then your serpent.
Yeah.
Or,
My
shield,
my
whatever it's
shield
called,
blinded
also
him.
causes
and-
blind.
yeah.
So we blinded each other. We're both hitting each other at weapon skill 1 next time.
Fantastic.
Okay, into Space Marine turn 5, another quick recap. The eternal duel between these two carried on, except this time I got a glance through, so he's down to 1 hull point remaining. My Tech Marine kind of went on a suicide mission. He moved up, used the flamer on the Fire Dragons. It didn't do anything because it was his plasma pistol that did. The Centurions shot at the Wraith Blades, killed 2 of them, leaving 1, and they're fearless, so they didn't need to test. The missile of the combat squad down here shot at the Wave Serpent, missed. Snipers fired at the Wraith Blades and missed. He's sensing a theme.
No, you got two wounds.
Oh wait, sorry,
Yeah.
they
I
failed to
made
win.
this-
Right, so I'm used to skips missing. And then the combat squad I left down here, because this may be my last turn, they moved out to capture the objective there. And that's it.
Oh, in the combat.
Oh, sorry, yes, the combat. I didn't do anything because we were hitting on 4s and I whiffed. And he did 2 wounds to me, I didn't break, didn't run, so now we're down to 1 wound each and hitting each other at regular weapon skill next turn.
Dun dun dun. Okay, end of Eldar Turn 5. Fire Prism shot at the Wraith Knight. At the Dread Knight, I'll get there eventually, and I missed. I failed to hit. The War Walkers over there shot into the Centurions down here. I think I killed 1 with the Walkers. The Fire Dragon shot at them as well, and I killed 1 more, so that's them gone. The Wraith Blade moved and ran, anticipating like another turn. Wave Serpent shot into the tactical squad back here, managed to take 1 of them out. The Wraith Knight finished off the Chapter Master in the combat and consolidated over this direction here. And that's about it. So if the game continues, that would, but I think we're ending on turn 5 for
Because I don't want to do any more turns.
Okay, so should we tally up the victory points, etc.? So you've got 4, 3, First Blood, so
Warlord.
and Warlord. So
But
4,
that's countered by you
7.
getting Flea and Linebreaker.
So you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I have Linebreaker, Slay the Warlord, 3 points here. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a draw.
It's a draw, but it would have been a loss had I not accidentally killed your Warlord for First Blood.
But they were still moving up that direction as well, so you probably would have still had time to kill him. You took that squad down to 1 last Wraith Blade, so...
So how about next time you bring Footgar and I bring Tau? That seems like a fair comparison.
This was a draw! That's not a fair
It
comparison.
was a loss.
I'm
it was
surprised-
a win only by chance.
I'm surprised the Fire
I mean, it's all
Dragons
like
survived the round of shooting.
Fire
at them.
Dragons were very, very fortunate with
the Fire
them.
Dragons withstood my whole army.
Yeah.
They should have gone down very
They
quickly.
probably should have gone down a lot sooner,
Yeah.
etc. And I've rolled quite bad for some shooting. Like the Fire Prison hasn't actually done anything.
The second thing is, I thought the Thunderfire Cannon was going to continuously fire at the Guardians, but I think you forgot they were there for 2 turns.
They're kind of...
I forgot they were there, and then you pointed it out to me, but I didn't want to cheat by taking your advice. I consider that slightly cheating, so I chose to fire at something else.
I might have done better if I'd moved the jet bikes rather than holding them in
I
the
might
back.
have done better if I
If
didn't stay at this end of the table, because then I would have solved them for myself.
if I forced the jet bikes further up and tried to like press on the tactical marines rather than sitting back with them, I don't know.
Actually, I'm just curious about one thing. If we did do another turn, would this have killed that? My badly painted Dreadnought, 20 last cannon, it hit. It would have hit a pen rather.
I moved with Holofields 4+,
I would
Yay!
have got a pen through, so I would have won, and it wouldn't have been anything.
but that's the last whole point.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. That's
Can
spectacular.
I see that? Shoot one more.
Yeah.
Turn. Hit.
It's
What strength is it?
It's strength
Well,
8.
yeah. So 8, and 12.
pens,
So yeah.
So it's a
5+.
5 immobilised.
You would have immobilised me, but
But,
the whole
no,
game
no.
I was just going like,
You had a 5+ cover for it. Roll it.
And I went around in a circle.
Nah.
you would have done it. You would have immobilised me.
Fire Prison, with my luck, I need to have like guide support. I need prescience or guide or whatever, because I just miss every time. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment.
Suggest things in the comment you'd like to see us do. Not like, why don't you play Tyranids? We don't have Tyranids.
Yeah,
And then with the armies we have, maybe suggest points or setups so that we don't accidentally screw ourselves over.